So this is a review of this week's trading week. I had a bad week. I had three losses this week, three straight losses in one week. I don't remember when was the last time I had a whole week of just losses. I didn't trade. I think it was Wednesday and Friday. Friday, obviously, because it was Good Friday, so the markets were closed. And Wednesdays, I usually don't find good setup on Wednesdays. The market seems to just go sideways and not give me anything. So Monday I had an L, and Tuesday I had an L, and Thursday was another L. Usually when I have losses, I'll usually at least get one win during the week. I don't like to have a full week of full real reds, like not a single win. It's been a while actually for me. This week also I did start a Lucid account because I was running with Apex all the time, but Apex, because they're so cheap, they don't really have a good dashboard, So when you log in, it doesn't really tell you, oh, you lost this day, or it doesn't tell you all the metrics that you usually need. So I switched over to Lucid right now because that's one that shows you your daily losses, daily trades, daily P&L kind of thing. And I know that I've never used them. This is my first time with them, and I've noticed that at the end of the day, they email you for your how you ended for the day. Um, so yeah, I think I took these losses because I've been trying to implement volume profile now. I've had a simple supply and demand and EMA strategy, and while I backtested the EMA strategy pretty meticulously, you could say, because I did backtest it on NQ, on ES, Gold, and I haven't done Russell. But I do like trading Russell. I just have not backtested on that one yet. But like my strategy, it does do pretty good for me. It hits most of the time. Obviously there's always losses. You can't avoid losses. It's always gonna be part of trading. Um, but I have been trying to implement volume profile just because I wanted to start implementing something else into my trading to give me like another confirmation. But I feel like that has just been confusing me, and I believe that's why I probably took losses. Um, it just makes my charts a little bit more like a little bit more messy. So like it does, I can feel that. Like I realize when I'm looking at the charts with the volume profile on there, like it does kind of cloud my judgment a little bit, I should say. Um, so I think I'm gonna take that away, and I'm gonna go back to just doing my simple EMA strategy, supply and demand, um, and see how that goes for me. Another thing that I have noticed with my back testing is usually March through June has always been losses, a bad negative P&L for me. It's just been bad. It's just a bad period for me to trade at all. I don't know why, but I have noticed that. So I remember last year I did try to kind of stay away from trading as much those days, and I was trying to do this year, but I know I just haven't. I have not been strict in my rules. I have been a little messy. I have not been taking setups that are supposed to fit in my trading plan. So right now, we're just gonna go look back at the charts and see what I probably did wrong. And I'm not gonna have a volume profile on, so maybe that can help me out as to spot what was the thing I did wrong this week that gave me the three losses in a row. Let's see. For Monday, I'm on Russell right now. I think it was Monday. Let's see. April is May. Monday was the 30, right? Is that what it says? 30. Monday 30 here. Okay. It doesn't show anything here. So I don't think it was Russell. Maybe it was ES, or was it NQ? Wednesday. Just scroll over, man. Monday. There's nothing here. Maybe it was NQ. NAS, NQ NAS. People call it different. I know with Forex, it was mostly known as NAS, right? Yeah, NAS. The futures, everyone knows it as NQ now. NASDAQ. There's nothing here as well. Tuesday, Monday. Huh. Guess I didn't have Monday, so I guess I didn't have Monday. So we're gonna go ahead and just do Tuesday. Look at Tuesday. That was Russell, correct? Wednesday, Russell. Here it is. Tuesday, March 31st. So I think this believe well, this is a 13 and a 50 SMA. My usual setup is once it comes into the 30, the 13, and it hits at least once, I like for it to bounce off of it and get a breakout on the 1 minute chart off of that. So if we go on to the 1 minute, see right here, at least the 13 has to be above the 50 to be in sync for it to me to look forward to get buys, to get in for buys, to go long on the market. And let's go to the 1 minute. It was what? I forgot already, man. Tuesday. It was Tuesday, March. Nope, not March. Oh, what's gonna be March? Tuesday 31st. Tuesday, March 31st. Over here. And so this is what it was right here. We hit, had a 5 minute demand marked out. So, that usually gave me confused to get in as well. We hit, I like it on the 1 minute to reject off the 50 and then break over or close above the 13. So, I think this is what should have gave me the clue that when it wasn't as strong because it started wicking around here, and like since it started giving these little wicks usually means it's weak, but it closed up here above the 13, it directed off the 50, and in the 5 minute it bounced off the 13. That was my get in. The stop was down here, and my 1-to-1 was up here. And as you can see, it kind of instantly just stopped me out. And that was I mean, I guess it wasn't really an A+ that you can say, but it did meet most of the criteria. And since there was a demand here, a 5 minute demand, I believe we were going to keep going up as well. But turns out we did it. So yep, that's what it was. See the 5 minute demand right there, bounced off the 13 on the 5 minute chart, and I expected it to keep going up. I did. There was a gap there as well. The what is it called? A fair value gap, FVG, imbalance. People call it. And I was expecting to keep pushing, and it just did it. But oh well, okay. So then there was another trade that I had. I believe it was Monday, but I don't know where it's at, man. So after this one, it's gonna be my Thursday trade on Russell 2000. I really like Russell, honestly. I feel like sometimes it moves cleaner, and it does gives you respects the levels, I guess, more you could say. And I don't know. I've seen to like it lately, but today just this time it just didn't work out. It usually does work out. It usually does play pretty good, better than MNQ than Nas Nasdaq. Um, I just MNQ just freaking or NQ just likes to violate stuff, man. That doesn't really respect a lot of things. It's violent. I mean, I like the volatility, but it just sometimes, man, it's scary. So okay, so I do have a market open play as well. Usually, when I see it's a nice breakout, I'll get in, and it usually gets me the 1-to-1. But it has to be a good, powerful, strong, I guess, breakout you could say, like it is right here. How do you Oh, there you go. Command. It was command. So it was the market open. Usually, sometimes it gives you a full the first 5 minute candle. I like to take that. It's worked for me multiple times already. And obviously it's not 100%, and it's kind of like I wouldn't say 50-50, maybe like a 60-40 kind of thing. Like it hits maybe 70-30, but it does usually it does hit. And so here, like I said, it was right here. I could tell right away. My issue was that it was in a strong trending market. Here, the 13 crosses with the 50, and the crosses back down again, which should have given my indication that it wasn't gonna be a strong push down yet. I like to usually enter like a part like right here where it's separated, and then it pulls back into here and then comes back out. That's what I really like more. Right here, I just it wasn't A+ setup as well. Like you could say, it wasn't following my rules, man. but it broke out. Gave me a strong bearish candle. The 13 was below the 50, so I believed it was gonna come straight down. I believe. Let's see if in the 1 minute, this is the Thursday. See how the 1 minute looks, man. The Thursday. Mm-hmm. This is what should give me also my other confluence to not get in. On the 5 minute, we saw that the EMAs were not expanded. They were kind of close. They crossed twice. So that should be my first clue. Hey, don't get in. My second clue should have been did in the 1 minute, the 13 was above the 50. Usually for me, when it crosses like that, that's usually indication that's a good, like above, it's usually indication it's gonna go up. Like there's that saying, some people may know it, the sauce is in the cross. So when the 13 and the 50 crosses in the 1 minute, usually it's a good indication that it's gonna go towards whatever, it's gonna follow EMAs then. That's what I should say. So here they were crossed above, the 13 was above the 50, so it looks better for buys. And yeah, man, I should have just saw that. And I think this day too, I woke up kind of tired or something happened that I shouldn't have traded it at all in general. Excuse me. But yo, I think this was my first trade on the Lucid account. Let me see. Where's the Lucid? So I can actually it was Thursday launch the dashboard real quick. And so far, this is what I'm at, right here. Yeah, right here. So I just started it, active eval 50K, and that was my only one, negative 0.04. So that's a cam balance now. And yep, started off negative, which is okay. You know, I've been here before. I've got myself on a drawdown before into, like I said, it's for me. It's break even right now, man. It's been break even for over a year now. And I guess it's usually when I start having a lot of wins, I get overconfident. And I start either over leveraging or I start taking dumb setups because I believe that I can get myself out of drawdown. I can do this. I start taking dumb setups and I just get myself into the red again. And it's just been a cycle lately. You know, like a year and a half, like I said. And this is this is hopefully me documenting this on YouTube to other people. People can give me feedback as to what I need to do right and what I'm doing wrong, and hopefully there's another real trader, not these damn gurus, man, that can actually give me some good advice or take me on the wing or something, But I believe I can do this. It's tough, mentally draining. Some days it's just horrible. At first I used to let it get to me when I used to have like a bad day. Now I'm starting to get over it. It doesn't really affect me as much. It might affect me for like a couple minutes after, an hour after, but after that, like the rest of the day, I usually forget and I get over it because it's all part of the process. And I believe I can make it. But yeah, man, that's about it. Thank you for being with me, and catch you next time.